Before I congratulate the winner, I just wanted to say that was a um, hard hit by Ryan Priest, and I'm glad from what I heard, he's doing a lot better uh, today. And he ended up tweeting last night, so that was good that he still was doing all right. But that was a crazy crash. Um, I'm glad he got to go home to North Carolina today. So, um, just glad he was doing okay. And I could say the same thing about Ryan Blaney, where he hit the wall head on. I'm glad Ryan Blaney's okay too, despite his nose hitting the wall head on. And I'm thankful every day they added those safer barriers at all the tracks because because that probably would have been a different outcome possibly for Ryan Blaney, I think, if they didn't have any safer barriers. But I'm glad he's still okay despite the hard hit. I'm glad Ryan Blaney and Ryan Priest are okay from that wreck. Just wanted to point it out to those guys. But glad they're both doing okay, and hopefully they'll get to be cleared for Darlington next weekend. Congratulations to Chris Buescher and the 17 team on the win last night at Daytona. That was their third win in 5 races. That was Chris Buescher's 5th career win too. So, congrats to those guys. It was cool to see a 1-2 teammate, 1-2 finish from RFK Racing, and congrats to Chris Buescher's fans and his crew chief Scott Graves on the win. And great finish for Brad Keselowski, helping his teammate getting second. So that was good to see a 1-2 last night out of Roush Fenway Keselowski, and great run from Eric Almirola, finishing third last night. He was up in the top 5, I feel, most of the night. He was helping Chase Briscoe a little bit while he was leading. He didn't get to win because Chase Briscoe, because he deserved it, but I'll get to that in a minute. Fourth is Chase Elliott. He had a great finish last night, but it just wasn't enough for him to get in the playoffs. I think he would have had to win anyway, but nonetheless, great run by Chase Elliott. Hopefully those guys do well the last 10 races, regroup, and those guys get ready for 2024. Fifth is Joey Logano. Sixth, Alex Bowman. Wasn't enough for him yesterday. They ran really well, but just wasn't enough for them either. Seventh, Kyle Busch. Eighth, William Byron. Ninth, Kevin Harvick. And 10th is Corey LaJoie. That rounds out your top 10. Great run by Ty Dillon, finishing 11th last night. His best finish of the year this year, so that was pretty cool to see two Spire cars to get a top 15 finish. And Ty Dillon gets one of his best runs of the year, if not his best run this year. So that's good for Ty Dillon. 12th is Bubba Wallace, who had the last playoff, who took the last playoff spot. Congrats to those guys making the playoffs. Congrats to having 2 cars from 2311 Racing make the playoffs. So, and I bet you Denny, as an owner, is pretty happy that they're in too. So, yeah, Denny's gonna get a big payday as an owner and as a driver for Joe Gibbs, because he has 2 of his 2311 Racing cars in the playoffs, and he has his number 11 car from Joe Gibbs in the playoffs. So yeah, he's gonna get a bit of a payday, I think. 13th, Michael McDowell. 14th, how about Austin Hill getting 14th for your Motorsports. So great run by those guys for a small team. 15th, Chandler Smith. He quietly did really well. 16th is Christopher Bell, who got involved with Ty Gibbs. He on the final stage, and he got a little bit loose or something. Made Ty Gibbs loose, which got Blaney into the wall and all that. But Christopher Bell got 16th. 17th, Ross Chastain. 18th, Eric Jones. 19th, J.J. Lilly finishing top 20 in a Rick Ware car, so that's good. Top 20th is Daniel Suarez. 21st, Justin Haley. 22nd, which no one really talked about as substituting for Noah Gragson, Josh Berry. 23rd, B.J. McLeod. All right. 24th is Mark Truex, who is your regular season champion. He's going to get 15 extra bonus points going into the playoffs because he was your regular season champ. 25th, Tyler Reddick. 26th, Denny Hamlin. 27th, Kyle Larson. 28th, Harrison Burton. 29th, AJ Allmendinger. 30th, Chase Briscoe. Man, I thought he was going to win it last night. I'm so heartbroken for the guy. I was so excited seeing him leading. He led like 67 laps or something last night. Not hate, but I'm heartbroken for him. He didn't get to close it out. The factor is, I think, that last bad pit stop is what killed him. And then he got hung out to dry, too, which didn't help matters. And then he got in that wreck with Ryan Parise, but who I'm glad is okay. But yeah, that bad pit stop by Briscoe's crew is what killed his at a win, and I'm heartbroken for Briscoe, but I'm still a fan of the guy too, so it's all good. 31st, Ryan Parise, which I'm glad he's okay despite that car barreling or flipping like 12 times or whatever. I'm glad he's okay. 32nd, Todd Gillen. 33rd, Austin Dillon, who I thought was going to have a chance at a decent night, maybe sneak another win. But gentlemen, just wasn't meant to be this year, and we can hopefully spoil one of these last 10 races and sneak a win somewhere. 34th, Ricky Stenhouse. 35th, Ty Gibbs. 36th, Ryan Blaney, who got hit head-on by Ty Gibbs, which wasn't any fault of his own, because of Christopher Bell running into his teammate, which made Blaney get to the wall there, so because of the trifecta effect. 37th, Austin Cindric. 38th, Riley Herbst. And 39th, Brendan Poole. And as for Austin Dillon, I hate we didn't have the same magic as last year. But you know what? I'm still, like I said, I say every week, I'm still glad to be an Austin Dillon fan through thick and thin. Just one more year to make the playoffs this year. You know what? That's okay. We can try to spoil the party one of these last 10 races. Maybe sneak a win somewhere. But, yeah. I still am, no matter what, I still am good cheer for Austin Dillon. That's not going to stop. And I'm looking forward to going to Darlington next week. Still cheering on Austin Dillon, and I'll be yelling and loud and proud for him in the stands next week. So that's not gonna stop. But yeah, just like I said, one more year to make the playoffs. We can regroup these last 10, try to win one of them, spoil the party. That's all we can do. I hope we can do it. hopefully we can do well in these last 10, have some good momentum going into 2024. And let's finish these last 10 races on a high note. AD, still proud to be a fan of yours. Let's go, Austin Dillon.